I'm sure they will. Alright, so we beat Mokuba. No big surprise there, right? So,
Yay, Cook meets beat up a kid.
yeah, so Duke actually has mostly cards that have dice-oriented effects, which means he has 0 probability to win. Because we can't actually play Dungeon Dice Monsters against Duke, obviously.
Aw. He actually did duel.
I do not remember that. I'm sure he did, I believe you, but I never remember seeing him actually play an actual card game.
He dueled Joey.
Because I thought he, didn't he dislike Duel Monsters out of spite, and that's why he made his own game with Blackjack and Hookers?
Yeah, but he still knew how to play it. I mean, he played, I don't know if he played, I may be wrong on this.
Look at this angsty edgelord with his makeup, his eyeliner.
He either played...
I did like Duke.
Most people do. I wouldn't say he was great. I mean, he was he didn't really amount to a whole lot, to be honest with you. Not a pretty good opening hand. I can't complain about that at all.
Y'all can't see it, but I made a face as he said that.
I didn't even see it.
I'm Clinton. I like to play characters because not too much. You know,
Dark Hole, are you serious?
But he amounts to nothing.
Okay.
Your card amounts to nothing.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, okay. He's not going to do anything. It's like, your character, I hate the characters you like.
You hate all the characters I like.
Not all of them. We both love Carly and Jack.
Oh, we do like Kaiba, so...
Yeah, we like Kaiba.
Joey's my favorite character, though.
I love Joey. Some people hate Joey, but I like him.
I don't hate Joey.
I mean, my mom didn't like him that much. She was like, okay, so you're gonna pick Joey over Kaiba.
Asshole.
Like, why would you pick the dumbass over
Man.
Because Joey has a heart?
Kaiba does too, but only for certain things.
Well, you can relate to Joey in the exact same way you can relate to Kaiba because they're both trying to save their family member, their sibling.
Yeah, but Joey's not a dick. Well, he was,
okay,
but not not the most of the story anyway.
Okay, but real talk. Kaiba is a dick because of circumstances.
Well, like...
but when it comes to, like, protecting Mokuba and the extent that he'll go for him. That's all he has.
My thing is like,
That's all he had. Like, that's the only.
Listen though, you really realize how poorly Kaiba developed as a character over the course of Duel Monsters when you realize that when you realize the fact that you compare him to Jack Atlas, who started out as Yusei's rival, and by the end of it, he is Yusei's friend. Whereas with Kaiba's still an asshole at the end. Okay, I don't know what's going. He just did 2,000 damage to himself, and I was tributing off the monster for a maximum 6. It's a decent card.
Oh my god.
Although it has like 1,600 defense, so when he attacks me, I'm going to Book of Moon that shit. Anyway, yeah. When you compare him to Jack Atlas, and you realize that Jack was a complete asshole, but had an arc where he actually is like he is friends with the main cast by the end of the series. Kaiba's absolutely not their friend at all. Like he just is not. Yeah, you really just hate arrogant characters, which I understand. I mean,
okay, but
and just like overly stubborn, like that whole thing with him not like that whole fight, that whole duel with him and what's her face,
discard a card again. Do it.
Wow, Eric's sister,
Ishizu.
God, best duel.
I don't remember them actually.
Like,
when he triggers the obelisk just to prove a point.
But like, not even just that, but like, it's like he could not.
No, he
will
didn't.
not believe in anything supernatural with any like all the shit that's going on around him.
Okay, yeah, that was. I will agree with
He's
you.
arrogant and he's stubborn as fuck.
He had obelisk, and Shizu was gonna win. She saw it in the future, and she knew that he was gonna do it. But for whatever reason, all of a sudden, this jackass gets a vision, is like blue eyes, and doesn't believe in the supernatural and just goes, okay, I'm sacrificing Obelisk for Blue Eyes. Motherfucker, you don't believe in it? He's like, you literally sacrificed Obelisk because you had a vision of Blue Eyes and the tablet.
No, I thought that was totally badass, actually. I loved that scene. Because
no, I loved it. That was amazing.
This Dangerous Machine Type 6 thing has worked out awful for him. It has so many drawbacks. He has successfully discarded a card from it. He has allowed me to draw a free card, and he's destroyed the card itself off of it. It is so bad. Alright,
I thought it was bullshit.
I liked it.
I mean, it seemed like a cop-out for him to be able to win, because otherwise there was no way for him to be able to.
Oh, he was gonna lose.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, though, is Kaiba does not have enough wins under his belt across the series. Like, he has not beaten enough important characters, which is why some people don't consider him to be the best rival in the series when you compare him to, like, Jack or the guy in Zexal whose name I can't be bothered to remember. Ooh, I got another Lightsworn thing.
Something.
Yeah, those guys, those losers. But the fact that he was able to beat Ishizu and she's basically like, you will succumb to my supernatural bullshit, you will believe in it, and he's like...
But in that continuity, it was real, so it wasn't bullshit. But he thought it was bullshit, but he still went along with it anyway. Like, I didn't...
Yeah, I agree that it's stupid that he basically was acknowledging that it is real and lied about it because he had a vision that allowed him to win and he didn't acknowledge that that's how he won. That was stupid. But at the same time, I'm like, I just think it was badass that he beat her in general. Because there's, like, if you look at the supernatural Egyptian characters, Ishizu, Merrick, and Odeon, they should not be able to beat them at all. They should be so much more powerful than the main cast. And the fact that Kaiba was able to do that, I felt was awesome. Especially because he did it on his terms, with his card, instead of with the God card that she gave him, which would be kind of a... You know, it was just more of a pride thing, I guess, for him to be like, I'm going to beat you with my card, not the card that you gave me.
Well, I feel like if when they did that, and him denying it, if they went into more of, like, an internal struggle with him handling it, and whether or not he believes it or not, like, that should have been, like, a crisis. Like, that would have been very interesting to watch him.
And that would have been more realistic.
Exactly, but instead you just have him just blow it off, and then he kind of just, to the very end, was not as, like, first two seasons, in the third season, like, he's a very interesting character, and then, like, diminish towards the end of the series, and he's not as relevant.
Let's be real, though, Season 5 is pretty legit, because Kaiba is fine in Season 5. Like, he's fully accepted his origins, and he literally sees Sorcerer Seto, like his ancestor. Like he gets it. Like he's chill with it.
How does the ancestor not more brown?
Because, I mean, honestly, their ancestors are actually more tan than they are. But still, it's like we're gonna apply like continuity consistency to Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like you have ancient Egyptian ancestors in Japan. And then you have things like Duels of the Roses, where it's like, okay, Mako, if you insist. I'm a little bit salty about that.
Could have gone worse.
Yeah, could have, but he still has an upper board. And if things go terribly wrong, I can drop Gores. So that does negate the attack? No battle damage, yeah. That is... bullshit.
Quit saying that. I don't understand what, like, your person going up against your personality to be quote-unquote good.
Because he realizes that what he's about to say is, like, heinous and nonsensical, but he is trying to prevent himself from saying it.
He was just dancing and then stopped and was like, gotta be a good boy. I don't understand that.
I do.
No. You be you, boo.
Thank you. Thank you for wanting me to be myself. Unlike cooked meats over here.
Cooked meats. Yeah.
I fucked up again.
Hell yeah, you did.
It's just
Because I can't...
cussing in public is what I don't like. That's the only thing I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I should have bounced to Tornado Wall or Legendary Ocean because I can't do any battle damage to him while that's in the field, which
You're
sucks.
a little stuck. You're stuck in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, how convenient! I drew the perfect card for this situation.
Yay!
Ooh la la. That's fun.
That clutch top deck breaker there.
Bourgeois. Croissant.
Oh, coleslaw.
Coleslaw?
Hell, I hate coleslaw.
Oh, I like coleslaw. Coleslaw. Let's. Coleslaw.
I'm a coco.
Coleslaw.
So I haven't even acknowledged the fact that we're dueling Mako. We kind of are. So I'm not gonna. So the last time we dueled Mako, I threw my phone against the wall. So.
Oh my god.
This will not happen this time. Again, nothing I care about. No cards I'll actually ever use.
Oh, is that a kitty? Is that a kitty with big old ears?
I wish I could go back and find out. Oh, the baby Tiragon thing? Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's
Yeah.
a kitty?
The rank 1 exceed.
I want one.
Alright, here we go. So so when you look at Kaiba and you see XYZ Dragon, you think it's like he's exceed summoning with dragons, but it's actually the XYZ Dragon Cannon thing is what he uses. So
yeah, the OG XYZ.
yeah, before the game confused us with its
that is what confused me for the longest time, like XYZ, and I'm
there's
like,
already a thing that's XYZ, yeah. And then they didn't retcon that, but they revamped that with ABCs recently, which ABCs are actually overpowered as hell.
ABCs.
Yeah, and they actually were a meta deck that got played until recently when the meta just kind of imploded in on itself. But we won't talk about that now.
What about the HIJs?
The
Why can't we have the HIJs, huh?
What about the JYPs?
JYPs. He hasn't produced any new music in a long time. I haven't heard his thing.
Where is Plague Predator? So, alright, we're dueling against Kaiba, the man himself. So the one that has been the focal point of all of our discussion up until this point. He potentially can bring out some nasty cards. On hard mode, he can actually quickly utilize Blue Eyes in order to go into a rank out exceed the Heretic Overlord Dragon Heliopolis. And in doing so, he can pretty much royally screw you over because he can just pitch cards until you have no field and hit you for 3,000. So we don't want that to happen. So obviously, I'm going to be using Night Assailant to destroy his dude, and then we can have a free shot at him during our turn. He has for traps. He does have Shadow Spell, so I do have to be a little bit cautious of that. Not nearly as dangerous as it was in Duels of the Roses, but it's still a factor. So this is a pretty... I mean, obviously, there's various different ways that you can play a deck based around Kaiba's cards, but this is a more scrubby deck. It uses really the XYZ Dragon Cannon cards. He does have Blue Eyes in here, obviously, but he will rarely go into it, so...
Actually, when I first started watching the series when I was like 9, back when I was like in 4th grade, he was like my favorite character. Because I always thought he was kind of like a little badass, but I liked his little floofy cape swooshy thing. That was my favorite part. I had a jacket that did that, and I'm like, yes, fuck you. 9-year-old me.
Yeah, and you also got to wear my jacket that did
But that was like...
years later.
16. Maybe 15. I don't know.
Yeah, I think back then Joey was my favorite. Back when I first started watching the show.
And then I rewatched it. I'm like, Joey's obviously a better character, and I really like him.
Yeah.
But I like both of them because the only sad part about Joey with his sister and that whole thing is that after the third like the Battle City arc, it's like she's gone and who gives a shit.
Yeah, she's pretty
irrelevant.
irrelevant.
Consistently there. That's my only complaint about Joey and the sibling thing. That's why I related with Kaiba more about the sibling thing. Not to mention, like, little me punch people in the throat for my brother growing up, so
Well, also,
nobody fucked with my brother.
Older siblings are the best. My sister did the same thing for me. When these kids stole my shoes one time.
I remember, like,
Off my feet.
my neighbor. You remember? Do you ever know the? I don't know if I know this. Did the trick when they took your hand and then they did this with like a quarter of their finger until like it rubbed like a burn?
No, I remember people doing the Indian burn, but not
Yeah,
with,
but
like,
this
a-
one was worse. Like this left a mark about this like an inch long and like half an inch wide on John's hand. Because John just wanted to be part of them. They were older and John thought John looked up to them and they hurt him and I went and beat the shit out of them. I'm mad as hell.
Oh, it's really great. Did I ever tell you that after I had the accident with the rock that got hit in the back of my head? Like, my sister literally took a kitchen knife and went over to the house, like, who the fuck?
she went
to
after
my
them with a
brother?
knife. Wow.
Who the fuck? Like, she was like, who
Like, cause
the
me and John were 14 months like apart, so
Oh, hell.
we went to school together.
Yeah, we didn't have that. My sister was 4 years older than me, so.
Oh, I thought he was gonna tribute his guy and take control of my dude.
Cause even though we were 14 months apart, we were 2 school like grades apart. Cause he was a September birthday, and somehow that messed it up.
Oh, yeah.
So middle school, for whatever reason, in our county we had the intermediate school, which was 5th and 6th, and then we had another school for
Wait,
7th
is it
and 8th.
elementary,
It was.
intermediate?
It went from, I'm not gonna say names of schools because I'm sick, but it went from kindergarten to 4th, and then another school that was specifically for 5th and 6th, and then another school that was 6th and 7th, or 7th and 8th, and then high school, which was 9th and 12th. And it wasn't until I was a sophomore that John and I were in classes again. Like we were able to interact in school together.
Oh, like you, because you were always ahead of him.
Yeah, I was 2 years ahead of him, even though. So when he was coming into the intermediate school, that's what they called it, in the middle school, I was leaving.
Why even do that?
They don't do it anymore.
Why did they do that?
All right, guys. So I'm pretty much about to beat Kaiba in round 1. So I'm gonna flip this and inflict 1600 damage to him.
The only thing I can think of is that the Western education system was a little weird.
I mean, it's...
So he didn't really get a chance to do anything. He used that Pete and the Dark Clown thing to kind of stall out for a little bit, but he lost like 2 of the Wide Dragon Head things, so he couldn't go into any of his fusions. Almost said synchros. So we're gonna go into game 2 with him. Maybe he'll be able to do something more impressive.
Probably not.
I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll be able to beat him so hard they'll get blue eyes from him. I mean, I know it's possible in this game that you can get the signature card from the opponent that you're dueling. If you... I mean, I guess it's random, or maybe you have to duel them a certain amount of times, or maybe you have to defeat them in a certain amount of turns or get a certain score. I really don't know what the factor is that determines whether or not you get their signature card. But...
Boot.
buttocks. It is possible. I've gotten quite a few of them, but obviously Blue Eyes is going to be a more difficult one to get. And even if I did have Blue Eyes, I don't have the support to really use it right now, even in the Dragon deck, because the best Blue Eyes support obviously does not exist in this game. But the Blue Eyes support that does exist would be fine, but I don't have enough of it to be able to facilitate that. With the Dragoonity deck, though, I can probably make that do its full potential like I did when I initially ran it. Aside from a couple of things, because Dragon Rulers happened before when this game came out. So... let's see. I don't want to chain that. Actually, yeah. Screw it, I'll chain it.
And that's
I don't
something
care.
inappropriate.
Not necessarily that.
I would absolutely prefer to have my legs.
I mean...
That's the quote of the day. I would absolutely,
Well,
I would
sure.
absolutely prefer to have my legs.
But you
yeah,
don't know the
but for
concept-
that...
I mean...
But
Yeah,
for all things, like, not for, like, your basic functions. But for that?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, sure. I guess.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to concentrate on the game. So, Kabi used cloning, which copied my Black Wing, and I had an attack over that. Now I just think I'm gonna make a Synchro instead. I could use Breaker to pop a potential back row card that he could play, but I'm not especially worried about that. Let me make a... Alright, let me wait, because I want to pop a card he could potentially set and then go into Blackwing Artwing. Y'all need to shut up.
I'm confused. I am...
Don't you need your... Never mind! Use your leg, boy.
Okay.
What?
This needs to stop. Okay, later, guys. Seriously.
I broke him.
This has been the most engaged they've been with the commentary ever since I've had them on. They've made a complete fool of themselves in the first video with the cook meats thing. But, yeah.
Well, excuse you.
And I prefer this over, like, no engagement whatsoever. We had people on for the Duels to the Roses one, and they were just kind of checked out. So,
I was a little checked out on that one, but I didn't.
So was Chris. Like, Chris didn't really have anything meaningful to say at all.
That's
And Jesse was
not a lot.
Jesse was there during one episode of Duels to the Roses, and he didn't have anything meaningful to say either.
Did
So.
you ever get into a throw-on? Like this?
Hell yeah, I did.
Oh my god, that is
Bitch.
nifty.
Bitch.
That is so cute too. You need to wear this like out somewhere.
It looks really cute if you have a belt with it. I can do that. You can do that with any kind of scarf.
That is legitness.
Alright, I think I'm gonna probably game him this turn, depending on what that is, because I'm gonna do piercing to it.
Do you think cook meats?
Hopefully it's something weak. No, he's gonna summon something else, okay.
Things you learn at a closed store.
Oh, no, I did a crap ton of damage to him, so yeah, I think I will win. I'll do exactly 500 to him.
Get wrecked.
Done. That was loud.
I bet that's
Oh look, I got a Cyber Harpy Lady and a Machine King. Not that I care about any of those. Let's see what else I got.
I saw a herb alerter.
I got another Sky Pegasus. I got a Fusion
A what?
Sage.
I saw
Nothing I care about. Okay.
I swear it's like a different language.
Cyber happy and get a bird. She's a big fall.
Alright, so we made some decent progress, so we
Oh
got
my
through.
god, Shizu.
Yeah, so
Look at her.
the
That's
third tier is gonna be against Yugi Ishizu, Shadi, Odeon.
That's what my favorite was now. It's
So
Shizu.
all of the Egyptians, pretty much. Poor
Well,
Shadi.
Shizu.
Did Shadi ever duel in the show? I don't think he ever
I think
did.
he did in the manga.
Yeah, that doesn't count. It really doesn't count.
Wow.
It's still.
I wish it
you
did.
Continuity, you little cook meat.